Well, in real life, I'm definitely addicted to chocolate. I love chocolate. Gosh, that's the way to my heart, like seriously. But today we're going to talk about fragrances that are chocolatey decadence on my skin. So if you're interested, keep watching. Before we get started with the video, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Roxanne and this is Roxanne's Retreat. If this is your first time joining me, thank you and welcome. And if you've been here before and you decided to come back, big up your whole self. Truly appreciate your continued support. So as always, let us talk about my scent of the day. So my scent of the day actually could have been easily a part of this lineup. So this is my scent of the day, and this is Becca from the house of Bond Number 9 New York. So this one is cacao, hazelnut, there's caramel in the base. This thing is deliciousness, but it's not, it's like a typical Bond Number 9 gourmandish fragrance. It doesn't lean too foodie, even though there are gourmand notes in the fragrance. So it still smells like a fragrance that I absolutely enjoy. I don't wear it enough. I probably should wear it more. But when I do wear it, I get about 6 hours on the skin. Sillage, projection, I would say moderate. And do I get compliments? Absolutely. This is a very enveloping, kind of rich, dense fragrance, which I think is really good for the cooler months. So yep, today my scent of the day is Becca from the house of Bond Number 9 New York. So I have 7 fragrances here, and I'm gonna go from the most expensive to the least expensive, and these to me are just chocolatey deliciousness. So if you want to smell like a yummy chocolate bar, you know, with some kind of variance to it. Keep watching. Let's go. So the first fragrance on the list is this one here, and I cannot really say the perfume house, so we're gonna pop it up. This fragrance is called a JOAL, and it's from this house right here, which we're gonna pop up on the screen because I'm tired of saying these things wrong. And this fragrance, to me, it was on my wish list, and I finally was able to add it to the collection. So this is basically chocolate, hazelnut, and tonka bean. This is one of the most photorealistic chocolate fragrances in my collection. Now granted, I've never smelled chocolate greedy or all the a few of the really popular chocolate fragrances, but this one right here is a superstar in my book. So like I said, it opens with some cacao, there's hazelnut, and the base there's some more hazelnut and tonka bean. So it's sweet, it's chocolatey. It's like, it smells to me almost like two things. It smells like you just baked a chocolate cake and then you spread some kind of nutty frosting on it, you know, to give it that nutty touch. Or you bit into like a delicious Cadbury fragrance with hazelnuts, and I love that one. Deliciousness. This, if you like a chocolate fragrance and if you're not afraid of smelling like chocolate, try this one. It retails for $180. I found mine on the Lucky Scent. In terms of performance, this one gives me about 5 hours on the skin with a moderate sillage, moderate projection. Definitely best for the cooler months because you don't want to smell like your chocolate is melting out here in these hot streets. So yeah, I love this fragrance. Now, for me, like some of these fragrances are a wow because I'm really totally not into smelling like food, but there's certain things I don't mind smelling like, and chocolate is one of them. So yep, this is JOAL from this house right here. We're gonna pop it up on the screen. Next up is this fragrance right here from the House of Navitus, and of course this is Chocolate Queen in collaboration with Gabby Loves Perfumes here on YouTube. I love this fragrance. This fragrance is spectacular in my opinion, and here's why. There are so many gourmand notes in this fragrance. There's chocolate fudge, there's dulce de leche, there's caramel, praline, vanilla, all of these gourmand notes. But this fragrance still smells like fragrance. So whereas JOAL, the fragrance I spoke about first, goes more into a foodie direction, this one goes more so into a fragrance direction. And I really appreciate that about this fragrance. So it smells really decadent, but still not foodie. There's a note of Bailey's Irish cream in here, so that gives it a little creamy, slight boozy nuance. Love it, love it. Performance gives me about 5 hours on the skin with a moderate projection, moderate sillage. You live in this beautiful cloud of chocolatey deliciousness. You really do. I absolutely enjoy wearing this, and then when I layer this with some of my Sugar Mama fragrances, body butters, it takes it to a whole another chocolate level. So yeah, this is Chocolate Queen from the House of Navitus Perfumes. I'm not sure what it retails for because they run a bunch of promotions at all times. So yeah, check it out. There's always a promo code. So this is my girl right here, Chocolate Queen from the House of Navitus. Next up, we have this fragrance here. This is Crystal Love from the Attar collection. I love these bottles. They're really cute. They make me feel like I'm, looking at some kind of architecture from a different country. Anyways, Crystal Love. This one is more so a white chocolate, or more so milky than the other two I just described. The other two I just described are more, to me, on like the dark chocolate end, and this one is more milky. So it opens with some fruits. There's some fruits in the opening along with some rose. There's vanilla, there's milk chocolate, and it smells really, really pretty. It's soft. To me, it's like super elegant. You smell almost like a perfume version of, that Hershey's white chocolate. I think it might be like a cookies and cream kind of vibe, but that's what I get when I spray this on. In terms of performance, about 4 to 5 hours on the skin with, I would say minimal sillage and minimal projection because I am just living in my scent bubble. You have to come in really close to smell me when I'm wearing this. But I absolutely do enjoy wearing this fragrance. So this is Crystal Love from the Attar collection. Get your nose on it if you have not already done so. It's all over discount sites and you could get it for under $100. Next up on my list is this one right here, and this is Prada Candy Night. This fragrance right here is for the dark chocolate lover. And dark chocolate lover meaning more so fragrancy than chocolatey. So when this one opens, you get something green. There's like this kind of greenness in the opening, and I think it's coming from the neroli. And then it moves into the middle note, which is vanilla and tonka bean. And in the base, there is chocolate. Chocolate and a little bit of patchouli. And if you don't already know, patchouli can do a few things in fragrances. Sometimes it smells like dirt. Yeah, sometimes it smells chocolatey. It depends on how it's done. In this fragrance, it smells chocolatey. So I enjoy this fragrance because it's not overly sweet. It still smells like a fragrance with a delicious chocolate nuance. Very pretty. Performance, sketchy at best. 3 hours on the skin. Definitely pull for this in the cooler months. Moderate sillage, moderate projection for the time that it actually lasts on the skin. But after about 3.5 hours, it does come down to a really subtle, pretty skin scent. You can find this on discount sites. I don't know if it's discontinued like from like normal retailers, but I think I got mine on Macari. So I did get a good deal on it. So yeah, this is Prada Candy Nights. I don't have the original Prada candy. I think I had it like years ago. I decluttered it, just not because of the way it smells. It's just because of the performance. The performance was actually trash on me. But yep, Prada Candy Nights. I enjoy this one. And if you haven't gotten your nose on it and you like chocolate and fragrances, get your nose on it. I think you could get this for under $100 too. So go for it, y'all. Prada Candy Nights from the house of Prada. All right, so next up on my list is this one right here from Maison Tahiti, and this is Cacao Libertine. Now, I told you guys in a previous video that I am exploring this house, and my oh my, when I say that they have some really pretty offerings at a really good price for niche. And this one right here is my favorite chocolate forward fragrance in their line. So Cacao Libertine. Hopefully I'm saying it right. This one has like a fruity opening. I think there's like mandarin orange or tangerine or something like that in the opening. And in the middle there's this unexpected twist with some rose. And that rose gives it like this kind of sexiness. A sexiness I cannot explain. Chocolatey rose. In the base, that's where you have your cacao, some caramel, some patchouli, some vanilla. So this dries down to a really sweet kind of gooey vibe with the patchouli and the cacao giving it more of like a powdery thingamajig going on down there. Powdery, but then there is some creaminess and there's some gooiness with the caramel. Let me tell you, you're all over the place. All I know is that this smells amazing. If you are into a chocolate leaning fragrance and you don't want to break the bank, because I think this retails for like $120, and then of course there's always a discount, whether from Lucky Scent or Twisted Lily. Yeah, get your nose on this one. Get your nose on this one. The performance, this one gives me about 7 hours on the skin. Definitely for me, works better in the cooler weather, moderate sillage, moderate projection. Got a couple compliments wearing this one. And the compliments were more so, you smell like you just were making something chocolatey. And like, you know, like let's say you're making a chocolate cake and some of the batter kind of goes on your skin. And even after you wash your hand or you wash that part, there's just this faint smell of like chocolate deliciousness. That's what I get. And that was kind of like how this person described that, how I smell to them. And I was like, wow, that's a really nice, very descriptive way of saying you smell good. So yeah, if you want to try a different kind of cacao fragrance, try this one from Maison Tahiti. This is Cacao Libertine, and I absolutely enjoy this one. Get your nose on it. Get your nose on the whole thing. Get yourself a discovery set from this brand. They're very, very nice fragrances. Okay, next up, this is a really fun fragrance, and this is from Kai's Perfumes, and this is We Plus. So this one right here, you definitely have to be into a very realistic interpretation of a chocolate fragrance. This is chocolatey goodness. There's cacao, there's marshmallow. Just like the picture shows on the bottle, it does smell like s'mores. It does. There's coffee, which I don't get in the fragrance at all. But I get something like super nutty in here. Anyways, you definitely have to be a gourmand lover in order to pull this off, okay? If you don't like to smell like literal food, don't bother with this one. This is pretty. This is fun to me. It's under $100 retail. In terms of performance, it gives me about 4 hours on the skin with a mild projection, mild sillage. I love this one. It's more so a fragrance that I wear around the house when I want to feel a little cozy and comforted, because it has like this fluffiness about it, and that's because of the marshmallows, I'm assuming. So think of cocoa powder and marshmallows, something a little nutty, something a tad spicy, but you're smelling like food. Yeah. There is patchouli in the base of this fragrance, which helps to ground it a little bit so that it's just not too foodie, but it's still foodie, y'all. And I think the patchouli is supposed to help to make the fragrance last, but it only gives me about 4 hours on the skin. It's delicious. So if you're into like something chocolately delicious, try this one from Kai's Perfume. This is We Plus. Okay, last but not least is this one right here. This is the Dandada of chocolateness, but I call it the Dandada because of the price. This is Choco Musk from Al-Rehab. Now you can get this fragrance for under $10. Under $10 on Amazon. No lie. Is it worth it? I think so. The performance, very suspect. It gives you about 3 hours on the skin. But why will you complain? Because it's less than $10. There are fragrances that cost $200 that give you 3 hours on the skin. So yeah, let's take what Choco Musk is offering us. So there's vanilla, there's chocolate, there's white musk in this fragrance. There's something a little spicy about it. But yeah, for the most part, you're getting vanilla and chocolatey goodness. This is a fragrance that's great for layering. So if you want to add a little chocolate nuance to one of your fragrances, try layering it with Choco Musk. You know, if the fragrance is super strong, put that one down first and then put some Choco Musk on top of it. See what happens. See what it do, y'all. See what it do. Choco Musk from Al-Rehab. I would say sillage, projection, I would say mild to moderate. It just depends. Depends on how moisturized you are. Depends on the elements that you're in. But yeah, it's a fragrance that I really enjoy. Of course, I was skeptical when I saw people talking about it. But once I got it into my collection, look it. It's probably been in my collection less than a month and I'm already like halfway done. But like I said, it does what it needs to do. The price is amazing. It's loved in the community for good reason. Yeah, Choco Musk from the house of Al-Rehab. Okay, y'all, so that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. In the comments below, let me know your favorite chocolate or chocolate-leaning fragrances. I'd like to get my nose on some of them if possible. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing if you have not already done so. Follow me on Instagram, and like I always say, we can be anything in this world we want to be. But while we're getting there, and even if we're there, smell like good people. Smell fabulous. Smell absolutely fabulous at all times. See y'all in the next one.